Well, yet again, I feel like we won the off-season. That's all I'm going to say. As a Bears fan, I feel like I'm obligated as part of my contract to say that we won the off-season no matter what we did. But this time, I think we did. I think we made a lot of really good moves, especially along the offensive line. I thought that the moves along the offensive line were really long overdue, but really, really good signings. I think you've got to really give them a lot of credit for the players that they brought in, and the difference that they made. My only question mark in terms of free agency was possibly overpaying for Grady Jarrett, because I think he's on the wrong side of 30 for the kind of role that he does. But I think he'll be a great presence in that locker room. So I think that, and he can still do a very good job actually. But possibly paid a little bit more than than we should have done in terms of salary and stuff like that. But I think across the board, you've got to think that it's an upgrade pretty much across the board in terms of the players you brought in. And I think that, we'll talk about the draft in a second or two, but I was really happy with the draft. I think the draft could have went as well as we possibly could have asked for on that side of things. I do have a little bit of concern that defensively we didn't take an edge rusher as such. A real proper edge rusher, because we had a lot of problems generating pressure on the edge last year. And I'm a little bit concerned that we'll still have that issue, even with, and I can't even pronounce his name, but I'll try it, Odi Yingbo. I think he's a bit of a sleeper, but I don't know if he's necessarily the finished article. So we'll just need to see how that pans out. But I am a little bit concerned about that. But by and large, I'm pretty bullish, actually. I feel like there's a lot of good additions there. I feel like the draft picks are guys that can contribute early. And you don't often say that about draft picks, but I do really feel that. And especially given that the head coach likes to run a lot of 12 formation and stuff. I think getting Loveland was a really brainy and clever choice, to be honest. So I thought it really worked out well. So yeah, overall, very, very happy.